Good morning. I wanted to share thoughts today about how we navigate leaving and going on vacation, and how do we set that up, and how do we try to make that transition as smooth. Good morning, Rooster. As smooth as possible for Mo and ourselves, and for our friend who comes to stay here. Um, so, leading up to the vacation, we talk about it in front of her as little as possible, which is really hard because we're excited and we're planning and we're talking about what to pack and like, ooh, should we go here or here? And just the general enthusiasm of getting ready for a trip. It's really hard not to talk about it. Um, but when she does get an inkling of the trip coming, inevitably her first question is, drum roll please, me too, am I going? And we just say yes, of course, yeah, you are. And when are we going? Like, oh, not for weeks, even if it's tomorrow morning. Um, and and then you know, the timing of everything is so tricky, right? How much is enough time to let her know that things are happening, and how much is um, too much or too quick, and it's a rush, or too early, and it's all she fixates on. So we have tended to not really talk about it leading up to it. Um, so, and she, especially during on these beautiful sunny days, she's pretty happy sitting on our porch, reading, knitting, looking at her iPad, maybe going inside doing a puzzle. And so she's pretty safe and comfortable by herself during the day here at our house, and we can see if she leaves the house from her iWatch and her iPhone, and those are always charged, and the watch is always on her, and the phone hopefully she takes with her as well. That will become an issue at some point that we'll have to navigate if that system starts to fail. So when we leave, we don't leave in mass, the four of us. Okay, we sneak bags out to the car sort of the night before or when she's not looking, and then we leave to go to the car sort of one at a time. We're basically sneaking out, and it's usually me who's the last one, because she's used to me being around her, on days when everyone else is gone. So everyone else will be in the car, and I'll get her working on a puzzle or something, and put on some good music, some Neil Diamond maybe, and then we'll just tell her, you know, Stacy's at work, and I have some meetings all day, and we'll be home later. And she'll say, "Oh, I'm going to be home alone." It's okay. You'll be here, and Cooper's with you, and he's already been fed. Like, please don't feed him 6 more times. He is putting on some pounds. Poor old dog. He's okay with it. And then we leave. And then our friend, who's been coming over to stay with her the last few times, and that's gone really well. She comes over later in the afternoon. She leaves work a little early, and then she swaps out that note for a different note. And the different note says, Todd and Stacy and the kids are backpacking, and you said that I could come stay with you for a couple days because the plumbers are trying to fix my bathroom. And so that gives Mo a sense of ownership. Like, oh, I'm holding down the fort, and I'm the responsible one, and I'm helping out my friend, and that that all feels good. And the kids, backpacking up on Mount Hood, that sounds like a reasonable thing. And then in the next morning, when she has to go to work for a bit, she'll just change the notes again back to, Todd and Stacy are at work. They'll be home later. And managing the swap of those notes and that messaging seems to work pretty well. Uh, and we've learned to not leave a bunch of cars in the driveway. We've learned to park the cars down the block so that there's no temptation for her to say, "Well, I'm going to Portland." And we've also learned too, if our note, even if we're going for a few hours or for an evening, if our note says something like we're going to a birthday party or we're going to go see a friend, that's triggering for her in a way that makes her feel like, oh, well, I want to go see my friends. I'm going to go back to Portland. Where are my keys? And she starts to fixate on that. Whereas if our note says we're backpacking or we're going for a bike ride, that feels more comfortable to her. Like, oh, yeah, it makes sense that I'm not being included in that because I don't backpack and I don't ride bikes. And I wouldn't even want to do that if they invited me. So those are some of the things that we've used to sort of navigate leaving, getting away. And getting away is so important and so valuable, and we're really lucky that we have great support to be able to do that, and that Mo has the funds to be able to pay for that person to come in and support. And not everyone has that, and we totally recognize that. But if you have the ability, or if you have an angel in your life that you can just say, hey, I really need to get away for a little bit, getting a break is huge. It really resets, recharges, allows us to just have long conversations with each other about life and future planning and future trips, and not feel like we have to be quiet and sneak and speak in code, and just, as any vacation does, it recharges you. But getting away from the person that you're caring for is really good for you and in turn for them. So those are some of the strategies that we're using. They seem to be working well right now. It's always an evolving thing, so I'm sure we'll have to reinvent the wheel and adjust as things move forward. But hopefully those are some ideas that help you get away, and don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. I know you might feel like, oh, this is my charge and I signed up for this and it's my person and I have to be the one that does it all, and nobody else is going to want to do it. Through the Alzheimer's organizations, you can find lists of caregivers, or through the hospital, maybe even, if you have to pay someone that you don't know. And we've done that before, and it kept her safe, and she was, you know, she was safe and she was fed. It did not go nearly as smoothly as having someone who she knows and recognizes. But even that, we would do it if we needed to, because we have to get away for us to be able to do this um, for a longer term. So ask for help, find it, and hopefully you can find ways to recharge, because it takes its toll. It really does, even if your heart is 100% in it. So have a great day, and yeah, I hope you too can also find a way to recharge. Thanks.